I remember I mentioned that black soldier fly, I term it as a zero loss business.
Yes.
Business you start from very simple materials, using what is just available around you.
The other time we were having a conversation about innovations when you are telling us of coming up with a way to solve problems.
Yes.
And this particular way should be sustainable to this generation and also to the upcoming generation.
Yes.
And so from our last episodes, we received several comments and also people are asking,
Yes.
Black soldier fly.
Yes.
How can you start it? And so that is why I've invited you today in our Kilimo Corps podcast to explain it to a common man, someone in the interior of Siaya County, interior of Marakwet County, the common man, that farmer from Muranga County who wants to start black soldier fly farming because they have maybe a poultry farm or a pig farm. So I want you to break it down to us in a very simple way on how someone can start black soldier fly farming.
I remember I mentioned that black soldier fly, I term it as a zero loss business.
Yes.
A business you start from very simple materials.
Yeah.
Using, what is just available around you.
Yes.
You can use studying BSF on a small scale. You can use the available materials like the plastic containers that we just dump.
Yeah.
These containers can be well cut. That is where you will culture your BSF, where you place your waste food products. Remember, BSF feeds on organic food products, especially kitchen refuse, like those peelings from the kitchen, those fruits, waste foods that we leave in our houses. You just place them in those baskets and you culture there your larvae and it's able to grow. Another material that a farmer may require to start BSF is the BSF netting, or it's simply the insect net, which is specialized for BSF so that the fly does not emerge and go run away to the environment. So these nets, those nets, and I saw you have them at your enterprise.
Sure.
Yeah. So these it's a very, very important net that a farmer requires, and when we supply our farmers, it is something you can reuse again and again. It's tough. It's quite tough. It cannot be torn easily. I think those are some of the very critical materials that are required. If a farmer has a net and a farmer has containers, they can start.
Then the containers is where they're going to culture these eggs.
Yes.
And maybe you can just explain to us what do you mean by culture?
Culturing simply means that placing this larvae in its best or in its optimum conditions. The larvae requires...
what do you mean by conditions? When it comes to the temperature, when it comes to the warmth, you mean that they should be in a very favorable temperature?
Actually, because the larvae actually thrives in a relatively higher temperature, around 27 degrees Celsius. So a farmer may also require to have like a PVC, this translucent PVC.
Why translucent?
Translucent because it's able to allow light in and also regulate the temperature, especially from direct sunlight, to avoid that, drying up.
As compared to maybe a mabati, an iron sheet. An iron sheet absorbs a lot of heat. And then when you look at the PVC, especially the translucent and the white one, they are reflecting away the heat or the light. So I think with that, the temperature, we have regulated it. So you have said we need the containers for the culture. You need the net so that the flies doesn't emerge away. And also we need a roofing that is translucent.
The structure can be as simple as possible. Even on the smallest space you can ever think. And that's why I encourage our farmers that these BSF can be set up on very small spaces. Even in the urban areas where there are no spaces, BSF can still be set up on those particular small spaces. And the fact that BSF feeds on waste is also a leeway. It's actually a thumbs up because it also conserves cleans up our environment.
Okay.
So
I'm tempted to ask if someone has the excess of larvae, because
Yes.
these are the ones that are going to be like feeds.
Yes.
Can they market them or what? But wait a bit, that can be a conversation for next time.
Yes.
So thank you so much, our listeners. We are looking forward to catch up with you on our next episode, where we are going to talk about how do you market your excess larvae.
Yes.
Because you can, in as much as you're using them as your feeds,
Yeah.
you can also make some good money out of it.
For sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Looking forward to connect with you some other time.
All right.